This is an Eyewitness News special weather report.
Meteorologist Amy Freeze here with a special weather report. We do have a tornado warning right now in effect for Queens. The National Weather Service has extended this tornado warning through 11:30. Here's what you need to know right now. We'll get to the radar and show you what's happening with the storm. It is currently just passing north of Jamaica. The storm's moving northeast at about 25 miles an hour. So there's several areas that are in this location that need to be heads up for this severe weather system. So if you are in Howard Beach, Kennedy Airport, Ozone Park, Forest Hills, Jamaica, Little Neck, Clearview Expressway, big area of concern, Whitestone, Flushing and into Bayside, tornado warning issued based on Doppler radar information. So that means that a hook has been detected on radar, and so that's the main concern. What we're going to do is we're going to look inside the storm system right now and see exactly what's happening. The main threat here is strong winds rotating down to the ground, down to the surface. If you are in this area, you do want to seek shelter immediately. Areas in orange, yellow, and red, this is the main area that's affected. The particular area of concern is just north of Jamaica here, over the expressway, Utopia into Flushing, passing over Corona, going north. There is still a notch in this storm. What that leads us to believe is that there is some rotation. Is it extending down to the surface? We have not been able to confirm that, but you can see there in red how the notch is outlined, and so that's the main concern. I want to go ahead and highlight and see if we can pick up some of the towns that are being affected. There we go. At 10:58 Shea Stadium, then we go into Queens itself, Flushing 11:02. So the storm, the heart of the storm system with the strongest winds passing over these areas. I'll continue to push it forward so that we can see the new times all the way through 11:06 Bayside, Whitestone at 11:06, Beechhurst 11:07, and into Throgs Neck by 11:10. Might want to speed these numbers up just a bit. You might have a few minutes less there in Throgs Neck. You want to take cover now if you are in those particular areas. I'm going to put these into motion so that you're able to see exactly what's happening with the storm system. We'll clear the track for you, so no, we're going to take that out. There's the storm moving northeast. It's very well defined here what the path of the storm system is. We'll put it into motion. You can see that its next motion is going to be off to the north and east. That means it takes it over the open waters here. But the storm system will likely stay very well organized and push further off to the north. I want to get you into the future radar so that we can see exactly what's happening here. A check of the hail core right now shows that there's just a very tiny purple hail core right here in the middle. I think the biggest threat here is going to be winds. There are some heavy downpours in the area, but really we're looking at a threat that involves mainly winds. So the body of the storm itself coming out of Queens, moving into the open waters here within the next 20 minutes. This is a future radar scan, and as we put it into motion, you'll be able to see it move off to the north and east. And the movement right now is about 20-25 miles per hour. Puts it back on the map just to the east of Bridgeport. That's over Stamford and the expressway there. So there's another area of concern with us in the next 30 minutes. Let's go over to the weather producer. Let me show you some other radar so you can see what's happening with the movement of the storm. It is past New York City itself, off to the east, and the National Weather Service has extended this tornado warning until 11:30. They do include Queens County and Brooklyn County, Kings County and the Brooklyn area, as well as Queens County itself. But we can see exactly where the storm is by looking at the radar right here, and you can see it coming out of Flushing. Now, this area of early showers is not the main cold front. This area has been able to flare up with a rotating system based on the humidity and the unstable air that's already in place. This system will be out of here within the next 45 to 50 minutes, completely clearing our area of the tri-state. However, we've got a much more serious storm coming in later tonight that has the potential for some real severe weather across the entire area, across the entire tri-state with that front after 6 p.m. Take a close look here as AccuTrack is zoomed in. You can see that we're coming out of Great Neck there, and up next will be Stamford within the next 30 minutes. So several areas that we want to take cover for. Let's go back to the weather producer just really quickly because I want to show that main area of concern. If anyone's in this area before the storm system goes over the open waters, these are the neighborhoods that need to take cover right now for strong rotating winds down to the surface. Kings Point likely the most serious situation right here. I can see the notch there on that edge, Great Neck. So coming out of Great Neck, Park of Edgewater, that area extending up through City Island. So we'll see the storm go over the water, but I think it's going to resurface over in Rye, over in Stamford. These are some of the areas that we need to watch for as the storm goes over the water and then makes it onto land once again. Several neighborhoods in this area, the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning that is extended until 11:30 this morning. As we go through this, if the warning is extended, we'll be back to keep you up to speed. Just want to reiterate that this warning comes to us from the National Weather Service based on radar data, based on technology and software. We have not had any reports or eyewitness accounts of a tornado touching down on the ground, but with a radar not showing up and the issuing of a tornado warning, if you're in these areas, you want to seek shelter, stay indoors, make sure your friends and family in these areas know that there is serious weather in the area. All right, we're going to leave you right now, take you back to regular programming as the warnings warrant. We'll be back on to keep you up to speed. We're covering the storm as well at 7 online, and so you can check out the radar there as well. We'll be back in just a few minutes, back to our regular program.
People in Iceland.